What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. For the 350 of you that are subscribed to my channel, welcome back. If you're not subscribed to my channel and you don't know who I am, my name is Sonia and I'm a bit of a high-end luxury makeup nut. I love everything about high-end luxury makeup, and I started YouTube in 2021. 2021 is ending almost, and one of the brands that has never been featured on my channel is actually NATASHA DENONA. Christmas came right on time today, and I got the mini Biba palette. For the Europeans out there, I got this through Cult Beauty, and it took a little while because it was supposed to launch, I think, on the 20th, and it didn't launch. It was delayed for a few days. I think it probably had something to do with like the shipping or whatever. So unfortunately it's delayed, and this came out together with a highlighter and blush little palette. And I didn't get the highlighter and blush because that's coming out on the 28th, but I still wanted to do this review before that because, yeah, I'm just way too excited to dig into this. I've never featured NATASHA DENONA on my channel. NATASHA DENONA comes out with bigger palettes. I don't own any of the bigger palettes, so I don't own the larger Biba, which this one is based on. I'm actually a bit of a small palette lover. I love smaller palettes. And the biggest palette that I own, not including face palettes, is the Olivia Palermo 6-pan palette in Au Naturel. That a little bit out of the way, I am super excited about this, and that's because I wanted to do a side-by-side with the Glam Face Glam palette that NATASHA DENONA just came out with. This is the light version. I didn't feature this on my channel. I actually only bought this because everybody and their mom reviewed this and said it was amazing. And I figured, okay, if I'm ever going to step into NATASHA DENONA and try out anything, I might as well try out one of these face palettes because it contains a highlighter, a blush, and like some of the shades. It has the shimmers in it. I fell in love with this palette. I truly fell in love with this palette. It's my #1 most used face palette, even though it just came out. And when I saw the swatches of the mini Biba, I kind of was like, okay, I'm pretty sure it looks exactly like the swatches from the Glam Light palette. I feel like you're gonna get the same type of color story. Maybe this one is a bit more pinky, but I feel like you're gonna get a similar vibe from it. So one, I thought, why not do a side-by-side? Two, I thought my collection is full of side-by-sides, right? So might as well make a series out of it. I'm gonna call this series This or That, and we're just gonna celebrate like one neutral palette to the other one. Talk about which one is better, performed better, or looked better on my skin tone. Just, you know, a side-by-side comparison. Sometimes I just want to see a side-by-side. So what I'm going to do for this video is I'm going to swatch both of the palettes on my hands, then do a side-by-side swatch. Then I'm going to do I think the Glam Light palette on this side, and then I'll do the new Biba Mini on this side. And then we're just going to see how it looks, how it wears, how it performs, and basically just end up with, should you get this or that? It's a pretty simple concept, so let's get started. So the mini Biba costs about $25. I think it's about the same in euros. Bruno is a deep mahogany brown. Izzy is a nude dusty rose. Blaze nude is a light rosy nude. Plush is a light medium dusty coral, and Wink is a medium dusty coral. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I'm not very familiar with NATASHA DENONA's like types of shades and pigments that they have. It does say on the cardboard box, it says Bruno CM, so I'm gonna be like, okay, that's probably some like creamy matte. So Bruno is a creamy matte, Izzy is a creamy matte, Blaze Nude is an M, so I'm assuming M metallic, Plush is a creamy matte, and Wing, which is the last one, it says CP. And I don't know what that means, so I'm trying to find it on the website, but I'm way too stupid for this. But we're just gonna apply it on our eyes and see if it performs well. I think that's the most important bit. So let me just do some swatching and do some swatch comparisons of both the light palette and this mini palette. By the way, I only film in natural lighting, and I do have a little ring light on just because it's quite dark outside. But these are the swatches side by side. On this side, you have the Glam Light palette of NATASHA DENONA, and on this side, you have the mini Biba palette. You can see that the Biba palette pulls a bit more rosy, and the light palette a bit more neutral brown. And I kind of like that about like the Glam Light palette. I also so enjoy that there's a double shimmer in here. And what I also like about this palette is that it comes with a highlighter and a blush. So you can actually extend those to the shadows. This one, of course, is a beautiful color story. I'm gonna be honest with you, the first one didn't like swatch nicely, and I went over it twice. And I do think that the two shades next to the shimmer, so these two shades, are very similar to each other. I wish one of them was another shimmer or a highlight color, because I love to highlight the inner corner of my eyes, and I feel like that is sort of missing from this little palette. But altogether, I think a very similar color story, and I wonder what they look like on the eyes. So I'm gonna put this on this side, the Glam Light palette, and on this side, the Mini Biba palette, and we're just gonna do a side by side. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm just gonna apply it on my eyes, and then we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so that is the light side all done. I'm not sure if I should put on liner and lashes. I think I'm gonna put on liner, but I'm not gonna put any mascara on, because in the end of the day, I'm gonna wear one of the looks as my final looks completely on my face. Okay, so this is the look of the Glam Light palette on my eyes. I love this side. I've done this look a billion times. I've kind of used it the classic style, in the sense that the way that these are described is how I use it on my eyes, and I just topped it out with a light brown liner and a nude in my waterline, my under waterline. Now I'm gonna do this eye, and we're just gonna speed up the process again, and I'll make sure to have a little thingy out here, like an actual demonstration. I'll make sure to let you know which ones I'm using. Okay guys, so this is the look all done. On this side we have the Glam Light palette. These are the swatches, and on this side we have the swatches and the side of the Mini Biba palette. Let me zoom you guys in. And again, this is all filmed in natural lighting. There's a small ring light, but most of this is pure natural lighting. So let's start by saying that the looks are incredibly similar. If you liked the Glam Light look and you have that palette, I'm not sure if I could recommend you to get both palettes. I like the fact that the Glam Light palette has two shimmers. I actually really enjoy that fact. And what I am missing with such a 5-pan palette is that I like to do my inner corners with a highlight, and the fact that the Glam Light palette has a highlight is really nice. I actually really like the blush side of the Glam Light palette as well. So overall, I think this is just a really nice cohesive palette, and to me there's nothing wrong with it. What is great about the Mini Biba palette is that there's a little bit more depth to the colors. The fact that you have these deeper shades, these two on the side, means you can actually smoke out a little bit more and go way more to the evening look side of things, which I actually really like about this palette. I did already see some reviews on this palette because I just get too excited, and all of them said that they have a hard time working with this shade. I think maybe this is the wing shade. I'm not really sure. Anyway, I agree. I had a harder time trying to blend it out, but from my experience, when I have shades like this and after that you go over with it with a shimmer shade such as this one, you kind of don't see the fact that I struggled with it. It just layers really well over each other. All in all, I think this is a really great palette to have. I think $25 is a really good price range, and it has, I didn't even say the shelf life. I think it has a, yeah, it's a 24-month shelf life, so that's really great. And I think it's a really nice palette. The looks are very similar. This is a little bit more rosy, It looks a little bit more rosy in the pan, so it should be. But let's be honest, guys. You can barely see that I'm wearing two different eye colors on my eyes. Does that make sense? Wait, colors on my eyes. Now let's get back to the actual question, which is which palette, this or that. And I like the fact that I have both. And if I had to decide, I think that as an overall palette, I think that the limited edition Glam Light palette, that's just a stunner. You can do so much with it. It is a little bit more expensive. So maybe if you like the look of the Glam Light palette when it comes to eyeshadows, but you didn't want to pay for a blush and a highlight, then maybe try to look at this little palette. I don't think you're going to be disappointed with this palette. So this or that, I would say this, and if you don't have the money, then you get that. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna take off my Glam Light eye. I'm gonna be rocking my new Biba eye for today, for Christmas. I'm hoping you guys have a great holiday and a very happy new year if I decide not to upload in this week. I'm still trying to do a best of 2021 for my channel, and I am going to be featuring this little palette in my best of, but stay tuned if you want to see more of my best of and what I have planned for 2022 for my channel. So subscribe to my channel if you want to see one more NATASHA DENONA. Two, if you like luxury beauty, let me know if you want to see a this or that and you have two palettes that you've really been wondering which one should I get. I'm actually pretty excited to do a this or that for Victoria Beckham Beauty's Silk palette compared to the Queen of Glow by Charlotte Tilbury. You know, subscribe to my channel. It's for free, and I'm really dedicated to YouTube, and I really want to show some of the stuff that I have in my collection. I just want to bond with you. So, you know, in the spirit of Christmas, subscribe to my channel or like this video if you actually found anything useful in this video. What else can I say? I can't say anything else except for ho ho ho, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year, guys.